Hi guys, my name is Tiffany and welcome back to Upcycled by Tito, where I take old forgotten items and give them a new life. In this video, I'm going to show you how I turned this kimono into this jumpsuit. So I found this kimono at a thrift store in Nashville, and the moment I saw it, I just fell in love with the fabric and I knew I had to make it into something. So I actually made this jumpsuit last year for an event that I had to go to, but I was super rushed and the fit just ended up not working. It was giving me crazy camel toe. So I did end up taking the entire jumpsuit apart, which sucks. But on the plus side, I have this video for you guys. Unfortunately, because this is something I made last year, I don't have a lot of video footage of what the kimono looked like before, but I do have some photos, so I'm gonna include that in this video. But let's get right to it. So here are the things that you are going to need for this project. A kimono, a sewing machine, an overlocker, fabric shears, needle and thread, sewing pins, an invisible zipper, and a fabric marker. Here are some pictures of the kimono. Essentially what a kimono is very large blocks of fabric sewn together, so I do have a lot of fabric to play with. As you can see here, there is a small stain on the back, and the guy at the store knocked off $10, so I only paid 25 bucks for this. Here is a close-up of the gorgeous fabric. I just love this embroidery. I also wanted to show you guys the lining. So as you can tell, this entire thing was hand-stitched, and I'm going to be using this lining fabric to line the jumpsuit. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly show you guys what the plan is to deconstruct this kimono. So I'm gonna take this section of the kimono and make the pant leg. So it's gonna look like this, and you're just gonna have two pieces that look like this and then two pieces that look like this, and those form the pants. And for the bodice, I am going to use the sleeves to cut out my bodice pattern, and it is going to look like that. So that's the front, that's the back, and then the sleeves. So I wanted to show you guys the pieces that I've cut out for the bodice. So this is going to be the back, and that's going to be the front, and then those are the sleeves. I also wanted to show you guys that I already added darts to the front pieces. And just look at how stunning this fabric is. Oh, I also forgot to mention that you will need an iron because you want to make sure that there are no wrinkles in the fabric before sewing it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together, and I will show you what it looks like when it's done. So I just finished sewing the bodice together, and this is what it looks like. So here's the front, and then this is what it looks like in the back. And I also did the exact same thing with the lining fabric, so I have an identical piece just in a different fabric. Now I am going to attach this piece with the lining fabric before I attach the sleeves, and I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like soon. So I've just finished attaching the outer layer to the lining, and I also added the sleeves, and this is what it looks like now. So that's the front, and that's the back. I also used my overlocker to bind the edges just so that the fabric doesn't fray. And let's move on to the pants. So these are the pants that I made last year. I'm just gonna show it to you really quickly. This is the front of the pant, and then this is the back. And I added the invisible zipper to the back, and I also fully lined the pants with the lining fabric. When I made these pants last year, I didn't follow a pattern. I knew I wanted it to have a wide leg just to showcase this fabric. And I figured, oh, I just want a pair of loose flowy pants, so I don't have to be super specific with the pattern. But that did end up backfiring because the crotch is way too tight and it's just not flattering. But the pants do fit me pretty well everywhere else, so I didn't want to have to take it apart. So I did a little bit of research, and I found out that I could add a gusset to the crotch area. And what a gusset is just an additional piece of fabric that you add to the crotch or the armpit to a dress or a blouse, just to give it a little more room so it doesn't pull anymore. So now I'm gonna show you how I'm adding the gusset to these pants. I just wanted to show you guys exactly how I'm making this gusset. So I've made this diamond pattern. It's just a symmetrical diamond, super simple. And with your fabric marker, you are going to trace that onto your lining fabric as well as the outer fabric. I've gone ahead and cut it out, and I've also left a 1/2 inch seam allowance. All right, so I just finished sewing the gusset onto the pants, and I wanted to show it to you guys. This is what it looks like now. Typically in a pant, these 4 points would meet in the center, but like I mentioned earlier, we're adding this additional piece of fabric to give it a little more room. I'm gonna try the pants on right now, and hopefully this fixes the problem. Okay, so I have the pants on right now, and I am so happy to report that there is no camel toe action happening, and I am so happy that this worked out. I was starting to freak out that it wouldn't, and then started to freak out more that I wouldn't know how to fix it, but thank God it did. I'm so happy with the way they fit now, and all I have left to do is attach the bodice to the pants, and I will show you what that looks like soon. I just finished sewing the bodice to the pants, and this is what it looks like now. I'm gonna zoom in to show you guys the details. And I also added my label in there, which is super exciting. But here is what the full jumpsuit looks like. I cannot get over how gorgeous this fabric is. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn it around so I can show you guys the back. Okay, so here is the jumpsuit in the back. You can see the open back cut out, and I'm also gonna show you the inside. As you can see, it is completely fully lined. Yeah, so this is the back of the outfit. So that was my tutorial on how I turned this kimono into a jumpsuit. I did want to mention that I ended up hand stitching the back of the jumpsuit. One of the things that I really loved about this kimono is that the entire thing was hand sewn. And so I guess this was maybe just my way of showing respect to the work and craft that was put into making this beautiful garment. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends, and as always, thank you so much for watching.